Buenos dias. This is Kai Pacha with the weekly Pele report for November 6th of 2013. And I'm just, I found a coffee plantation here. A couple blocks away from where I live. I've never been down this path before. I do not know what lies ahead, so it's quite appropriate for these times where we have just had the solar eclipse. I think you've all been feeling it, and today the sun is conjunct Saturn. Yeah, the moon is in Sag, going into Capricorn very shortly to join with Venus that went into Capricorn yesterday. So we'll have a moon-Venus conjunction. And then Jupiter actually goes retrograde today, Wednesday, and by Friday the moon moves through Capricorn and into the sign of Aquarius. Sunday it's going to be moving into Pisces. By Tuesday it moves into Aries. The big, wonderful, great news that I'm sure so many of you want to hear is that Mercury is going direct. On Sunday, this weekend, Mercury goes direct. Finally, after 3 weeks, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. And then next Tuesday, the Sun comes into a nice trine with Jupiter. And yeah, there's lots to talk about here. So, I don't know, I hear a little waterfall over there. So I'm going to head on over to the creek, see if I can find a nice spot to give you the rest of this report. I don't know where this path goes, but it sure is pretty nice around here. I'm going to head over. The sound is coming from that direction. Look at that bamboo over there. Nice. Love the bamboo. All right. Enough of the scenery here. Okay, well here's a spot. It's not exactly on the water because it's a canyon down to that water, but it's going to have to do because we've got a Pele report to do here. I'm going to start out with the mantra today just because I don't want to forget it, and I'm standing around and got nothing. And it kind of sums up the energy anyway. You can just listen to the mantra now. You don't have to hear the rest of the report. It can't get much more serious than it has been of late. I'm seeing the truth of just who I am in the choices I now must make. Let's just close our eyes and meditate upon that for a second. This is the Sun conjunct Saturn today. This is Mercury that's went into Scorpio on September 30th. It's going to stay there until December 6th. Mercury is our thinking. Scorpio is deep. Okay? This is, Mercury in the nodes and the Sun on the nodes and the eclipse. These are life-changing decisions, choices that need to be made, that people are making. And if you're not making them, that's a choice. And other people will make them for you, and then you will get into positions where you feel powerless. But if we each individually create our own reality, and we make the choices, and we make the decisions, it's almost like, I don't know, some kind of a race to make decisions. To do stuff. It's like, now, Mars is in Virgo. Okay, it's been opposite Chiron. This is a time of work. It's a time of effort. It's going on. And it's either going on without us or it's going on because of us. This is our opportunity to be the captains of our ship. This is an intense time. It's a big time. It's like this new paradigm is like a boat. And think of like Columbus or Magellan, you know, someone taking an adventure, setting off to a new paradigm, setting off to a new land. I'd say this is the point where we're in the harbor, you know, and all the sailors, you know, it's like tighten down, batten down the hatches, raise the sails. You know, we're setting off. This is a time where it's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Line your ducks up in a row. Get your shit together. This is the time. When I look at, you know, I do counseling every day, and when I see these transits, Saturn moving through the 8th house, I go, so, you know, you're getting a divorce now? You're splitting up your assets? You know, this is Saturn in Scorpio from October of 12 until May, or, you know, April, May of, I think it's March of 2015, like 2.5 years of deciding, this is mine and this is yours. We're splitting up the money. We decided to split up. We decided to, you know, become clear. It's just time to become clear about what's mine and what's yours. Saturn is other people's stuff. It's other people's values, other people's money, other people's needs, other people's emotions. So this is a time of sorting out, and that sorting out requires becoming more conscious. So it's also a time then of exposing, and this is why the mantra is about my truth. My choices, it's like I decide, I discern, I see myself really for who I really am according to what I decide and the choices that I make right now. Saturn, Mercury, Sun conjunct the North Node of the Moon. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. I hate to be a broken record, but, you know, I'm saying it a different way. And here's another way that I was thinking about on the way over here. So I'm hiking through the woods. I'm feeling like this is a time where what's real. That's the thing about Saturn. Saturn really helps us see what is real. And it's a tricky one. What is reality? Yeah, I mean, in the Vedic, it's, you know, this is all Maya. This is all an illusion. And we know we can deceive ourselves with all kinds of stories, and self-delusion is a possibility. Are our thoughts real? Are our feelings real? Is this tree real? Is this relationship? Is your love for me real? This is a time of like, okay, it's a breaking down of illusions. It's a coming into third dimension, planet Earth. You know, this is the time of incarnating. Sun, Saturn. Sun, the infinite solar power, the creativity, time to come into third dimensional reality. And I feel it's like a water balloon. We're all a bunch of water balloons. These bodies, these egos. Water is the infinite spirit, and we're all hooked up to the spigot now. And it's up to you, it's up to me, it's up to each one of us. How big of a water balloon do we want to be? Are you going to turn that spigot on and stretch out your balloon? You know, or are you going to like stay in the astral world, the Pleiadians and the light workers and the lovers and the dreamers and the artists? This is a time of taking the art, of taking the dream, of taking the water of spirit and the love and the energy and pouring it and filling it and, you know, opening up, spreading out that balloon. So it's a time of taking power, time of being strong, time of being in control. Saturn is the authority. I've been talking about it. Uranus in Aries, Jupiter in Cancer. This is, you know, it's a hard time. Don't get me wrong. You know, especially with this Mercury retrograde, it's taking patience. We're being tested. We're hitting every obstacle. It's been exhausting, man. You got to be sure you're getting enough sleep. Mercury is also, you know, Gemini rules the tubes, the larynx, the lungs, all the tubes within the body. Breath. This is the time, breathe deep. Long, big, deep breaths, and then go back to work. You know, it's like hang in there. Make it happen. And you will see. I remember this movie one time, I forget. It's like The Truth Hurts. That might have been the name of the movie anyway. The guy was, it was a comedy actually. But, you know, we tell ourselves, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm, you know, I'm creative, I'm, you know, full of love and full of light, and, but really, are we? You know, we're here to balance the light and the dark. This is a polarized planet. We're learning through counterpoint awareness, through the dualistic nature of this reality. We are dark. We are human and spirit. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And right now it's time to feel very frickin' human. And I'll tell you what's real. It may not be your thoughts or your illusions, but your feelings. Scorpio is our feelings. And this Jupiter in Cancer is our feelings. So whatever happens, okay, or whatever is going on in your world, feel those feelings. I hope that you take your feelings, your inner child, and your needs and your fears into account with all of your decisions. It's a time of being cautious. I want to encourage you to trust, but don't trust blindly. It's a time to, you know, merge, make those soul unions and those soul connections in the light of consciousness. It's not a time to fall in love, okay? It's a time to meet and walk and purposefully, consciously commit to love. You know, that's what this stuff is about now. And then you see, through your choices, through your actions, through your commitments, really who you are, not who you thought you were, not who mom or dad or somebody told you you were, not who, you know, the boss or the corporation would like you to be. It's who you really are. This is the exciting part of this time of trial, tribulation, tough choices, tough decisions, is like, yeah, I get to really be myself, to the world, and make a difference, make a change. This boat is leaving the dock. I'd say it's, you know, we're in this place of preparing, of getting things together, getting things straight. This Venus going into Capricorn, she's going to stay in Capricorn until March 6th. Yeah? You know, like 4 months we're going to have Venus in Capricorn. It's not getting any lighter. It's getting pretty heavy around here, man. I'll be talking more about this Venus in Capricorn. She's doing her whole retrograde, underworld experience coming up here through December and January. But for now, I just want to say I really feel like the boat's leaving the, you know, it's this Uranus-Pluto square. The Uranus-Pluto square is going on until March of 15. So we got another year plus to get our boat in order, get our ship together, fill up that water balloon. And you know, the other thing I wanted to say is that the chart that I'm attaching to this Pele report is a heliocentric chart, and it shows that today we have Jupiter exactly opposite Pluto, exactly square Uranus. That T-square is happening today and this week and all this weekend. Check it out. 10, 11 degrees of the cardinal signs. It's awesome. So, one more time now, if I can remember. It doesn't get much more serious than it has been of late. I'm seeing the truth of who I am. Of just what I am. I'm seeing the truth of just what I am in the choices I now must make. So, believe in yourself, feel yourself, incorporate that inner child, make those choices, go for it, have a good day. Good day, mates. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.